Follow the money. And we are. The former CFO of Bad Boy Records, the chief financial officer, took to the witness stand today in the federal trial against disgraced music mogul Sean Combs, where he is facing trafficking, racketeering, and prostitute charges. So let's get to it and see what he has to say. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. Derek Ferguson was the former head of finance for Diddy. He worked for him from the 90s, from 1998 until 2017. Ferguson said that his responsibilities included setting budgets, accounting, record keeping, as well as being involved in some joint ventures and strategic partnerships. He also testified that during different periods of time, Diddy's personal finances would also be part of his responsibilities. We know what he used his personal finances for. Derek testified that at times when there was no president, he reported directly to Diddy. A lot of his early testimony today was very procedural. He was asked to verify a laundry list of bank accounts, real estate holdings, credit cards, and other financial records connected to Diddy. Diddy's 85-year-old mother and one of his sons were in court today, as family has consistently shown up for him every day of the trial to support him. Ferguson testified that Diddy drove the creative marketing and product management of his companies, but in time became more of a chairman than an active manager. Most of his businesses were profitable, the former CFO said, and Diddy drew simultaneous salaries from several of them. Ferguson confirmed that in 2011, Diddy's bank account received $20,000 from Cassie's mother. The money then was sent back. Cassie's mom testified to this earlier in the trial. She told the jury that Diddy demanded to recoup money that he had wasted on her daughter and was also threatening to release intimate videos of Cassie. Ferguson testified that he and Diddy had a very close working relationship and that he would talk to Combs multiple times a week. Ferguson testified that Diddy would charge business and personal expenses on his Bad Boy American Express corporate card from time to time. He said members of his team would determine which business or entity a charge pertained to and then use the business's account to pay off that charge. He said that paying performers in cash was common practice during his early years, testifying that that was an industry norm 20 years ago. Derek said it was not uncommon, especially during his early years, that performers would be paid in cash and a performer's manager would at times bring cash to the finance department to be processed. Did they pay taxes on all of that? Derek said that he was not aware that Diddy's security carried cash for him, saying it was not something I paid any attention to. During his tenure, he said there were periods when third parties were engaged to handle his personal finances, and other times it was internally managed. That include handling the finances for his homes, properties in Miami, the Hamptons, and New York City. They went over some bank statements with the jury. I'm not quite sure why the prosecution brought this guy up, but they rapped with him. And then the defense began their cross-examination of finance guru Derek Ferguson. Unlike other employees, he said that contact with Diddy after leaving his company was rare. Combs last reached out to Ferguson in September of last year. Ferguson said that Diddy texted him to say hello and asked him to give him a call. He said Diddy sent another text shortly after saying he was in New York and wanted to see if Ferguson had time to get together because he wanted to talk and get some advice. Ferguson said that he was on a flight to Charlotte when he received the texts, so he wasn't able to meet. He said he did not respond to the message. Defense lawyer Marky Mark Agnifilo asked Ferguson if he had ever seen Diddy commit an act of violence, SA, use coercion, or enlist the help of an employee to commit an illegal act. Each time, Ferguson said no. I get it now. Okay, thanks to NBC for lighting up this light bulb. Quote, Ferguson probably gave the prosecution all it really needed from him earlier in his testimony when he confirmed that a $20,000 payment was made from Ventura's family to Combs. 2 people left the overflow room during a break in court today yelling, "Let's go viral." Diddy's very profitable deal to promote Ciroc and De Leon tequila soured because Diddy felt the beverage company Diageo was only using his ads in black and minority neighborhoods, the former chief of finances told the jury today. Ferguson explicitly stated that he never would have intentionally allowed fraud at the company. Marky Mark asked Ferguson, "Do you think highly of Mr. Combs?" After a lengthy pause, his former CFO said, "I don't know how to respond to that." Ferguson is a smart man and an Ivy League grad. He also testified that he worked in the New York office for Diddy and did not spend time in hotel rooms or private residences with him. And we rapped on him. There are a lot of people that prosecutors are expecting to call tomorrow and the day after. It's unclear who will go first, but included in that list are Frank Piazza. He is a forensic video expert who will testify about the Intercontinental security camera footage. He examined it and will give his professional feedback to the jury. Also taking the stand tomorrow or the day after is Brianna Bana Bangolan. She's a fashion designer who has accused Diddy of groping her and dangling her over the edge of a 17th-story balcony. Last year, she sued Diddy for $10 million, accusing him of sexual battery and physical abuse. Her lawsuit claimed that Diddy molested and attacked her at Cassie's Los Angeles apartment in 2016 after one of his notorious freak-offs. And we're also going to be hearing from one of the star witnesses of the trial for the prosecution. Jane, testifying under a pseudonym, will take questions about her relationship with Diddy. She started dating him in 2020 and claims he forced her to have sex with male prostitutes without condoms and also viciously beat her. The prosecutor said that Jane's direct examination will take at least 2 days, if not 3, and she estimated the defense's cross-examination will be a similar length. So expect to hear a lot and most likely damning testimony from Jane. Hopefully she can seal the deal and help make sure that he stays locked up behind bars for life where he belongs. That's it for today. Stay tuned for more from tomorrow from the courtroom as I bring you the latest and everything you need to know. I am Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your #1 source for everything Diddy drama. I will see you tomorrow, but until then, let's chat about all that we've discussed and learned in the comments section. See you there.